Hey folks, Brian Stffen here, Cell Conservationist with the Natural Resources Conservation Service. It's a beautiful Saturday out here in central Minnesota, opening of deer hunting, rifle season, slug season, depending where you're at. Thanks for tuning in another Dirt Tape segment. I think some of the topics we're going to cover today will be tree stand safety with the DNR tips. We're going to cover some of the CWD check stations in Stearns County with audio from the DNR explaining CWD sampling requirements and how you can speed up the process. Last but not least, we're also going to talk a little bit about SWCD tree sales. Now, with this being the first Saturday in November and the opening of rifle season, we're going to talk about a little bit about tree safety. I'd like to kind of head you over to the DNR. They have a few tips and tricks, to keep you safe in the tree stand this opening day. Enjoy.
Prior to climbing into your tree stand, make sure you have a communication device with you at all times. This can be a two-way radio or a cell phone in case you get injured or lost. Once you're at your tree stand, take time to check the ratchet straps that hold your tree stand in. Straps can become damaged and worn over time. One aspect of tree stand safety is to always wear your full body harness while in the tree stand. They come in a different variety of styles and shapes and sizes, but the best safety harness is the one that you always wear in the tree stand. When climbing into your tree stand, take your time. Steps can be wet and slippery. Make sure to always use the 3-point rule. Have 3 points of contact at all times, 2 feet and 1 hand, or 2 hands and 1 foot. Once in the stand, attach yourself to the safety strap with a carabiner. Check for tension, both sitting and standing.
Thanks to the DNR for putting out that video for us to remind ourselves that tree stand safety is just a small, intricate part of what we need to do when we're out there in the woods, enjoying the wildlife and just enjoying being out there as a tradition. The new topic this year is chronic wasting disease testing in central Minnesota. It's a new thing this year. It looks like it's been found in some tame deer herds around the area. And, since being found in these deer farms, the MNDNR has taken steps to be proactive to stop any kind of spread or contain the spread. Here are some tips to do your part when checking your deer at the station and hopefully speeding up the process.
The discovery of chronic wasting disease in wild deer in southeastern Minnesota and farm deer in Meeker and Crow Wing counties means that deer taken during the first 2 days of the firearm season in permit areas surrounding these locations will be tested for the disease. Mandatory surveillance over the opening weekend of the firearm deer season, November 4th and 5th, will occur at 19 locations in north central Minnesota, 16 locations in central Minnesota, and 12 locations in southeastern Minnesota. Again, that surveillance will be opening weekend of firearm season, and we'll be working those stations both Saturday and Sunday from 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. CWD sampling only takes a few minutes. However, we expect it to be busy. You can help ease the congestion and allow the whole process to go more smoothly for everyone by following a few simple steps. First, just field dress or gut your deer like you normally would. Second, when you load the deer into the vehicle, place the head towards the tailgate or on the trailer where we can get to it to make it easier to take that sample. We suggest that you register your deer before coming to the station. You do have to register the animal on the day that it's harvested. Even if you do register it first, you have to come to the station to have a sample taken. When you're all loaded up and ready, just take your deer to one of the CWD sampling stations, and those are listed on the DNR website. You can also bring in just the head with 4 inches of neck attached. However, if you do that, you'll have to register the deer first. Taking the CWD sample is relatively easy. It consists of taking out 2 lymph nodes from the neck of the deer just behind the jaw. DNR staff will collect those lymph nodes and also get some additional information from you, such as your DNR number and the location of the harvest. Have your blue deer registration stub handy because we'll need your MD&R number and some other information. You'll also need to know where you harvested the deer, the permit area, and also the township range and section. We'll collect that at the station, but if you have a way to figure out what that township range and section is before you get to the station, that'll make it go even quicker. If you plan to do a European mount of your deer, the testing will not ruin that mount. However, if you're going to do a shoulder mount, the testing will ruin the cape. What we suggest is you come to the station and we have a participating list of taxidermists. We'll have you fill out a form and you can make contact with one of those taxidermists and we'll follow up with the sample later. But also remember, it's still mandatory on the first 2 days of the firearm deer season. So we have made arrangements for folks who harvest a deer that they do want to have a shoulder mount. So just get with us and we'll get it worked out. Outside of Deer Permit Area 603, which is our CWD management zone, we won't be notifying hunters individually of test results. The testing will take 10 to 14 business days. However, unless a deer is found positive, we won't be notifying people individually. On behalf of all the staff at the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources and the hunters of this state, we'd like to thank you for submitting a sample and helping us with our surveillance program, and we remain hopeful that we won't find anything over the next 3 years.
I would like to thank the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources for putting the chronic wasting disease video together. For more information about the check stations and where the locations are, and if you want to see the video yourself that I played the audio on, that shows you how to take the lymph nodes out of the back of the neck there, behind the jaw, visit the MNDNR website. I would throw in on a Google search engine a chronic wasting disease. It'll get you there a little bit faster. It's under the same link there. Last but not least, the tree sales through the Stearns County SWCDs in full force. Trees now can be ordered online from the Stearns County SWCD website, or can be ordered in person at the Waite Park office located in the Marketplace Mall. Full payment at time of ordering is required. One last thing before I let you go. The Stearns County USDA Service Center will be closed November 10th in observance of Veterans Day. I'd like to thank all the men and women in the armed forces who have served our country, protect this country, and give us everything that we have today, to be thankful for. From all of us at the USDA Service Center in Waite Park of Stearns County, we all wish you good luck hunting this year. Happy harvest, and be safe, and we'll see you next time.